Hello enthusiasts and welcome to this new video from the blog www.moonwatch.fr. Today I offer you the review of a Japanese tool watch, a bestseller from the brand Casio, with this Casio G-Shock G-Rescue G7900. The Casio G-Rescue G7900 watch is specially designed to be very resistant to the cold. Announced in September 2009, this tool watch adheres to the standards of Japanese watches. Casio G-Shock. In theory, this rescue watch was designed to be used in extreme cold. Water-resistant, mud-resistant, dust-resistant, and obviously shock-resistant, it features a suitable case. Its push buttons are larger to allow use, even with gloves. In any case, the look of the watch is more modern than that of vintage Casio watches. For example, the Casio GW, which are older, do not have at all that look. It's much smaller, less bulky cases. Here, the look has really been revised. New functions have been added, such as a moon phase indicator. The graph also started. G7900 has been available in many colors. The model I'm presenting to you today is one of the rarest models. It is the red model named Rescue or Fire. A true Casio giant G-Shock, the retro lighting and the multitude of features are included. The goal of this best-selling watch is to support professionals in extreme conditions and in everyday use. The goal is really to be able to handle the watch, and Casio succeeded in its challenge as the Japanese manufacturer marketed this Casio G-Shock G7900 at a very aggressive price of less than €100. Let's look at the technical specifications of the Casio G-Shock G-Rescue G7900. It is a watch that was announced in September 2009. It's a men's watch since its case measures 52 mm in diameter and 17 mm in thickness. The case and the strap are made of resin. The movement used is the Casio 3194 electronic module, which operates with a battery. A battery that lasts 2 years or even longer. The watch is water resistant up to 200 meters, the bezel is fixed, and there are certain inscriptions on it. The glass is mineral glass. What else can we say? It's a very lightweight watch, barely 68 grams. That's it. Regarding the one with the reference G7900. Regarding the functions, we can mention, among others, resistance to low temperatures. The backlit screen, the tide graph, the moon phase, alarms, the chronograph, the countdown timer, world time. First of all, the case of the Casio G-Shock G7900 watch is made of resin and measures 52 mm in diameter and 17 mm in thickness. Once again, Casio offers a watch more suited for men with a generous wrist. Shock resistant, the case of the Casio Rescue version is Firefighter Red. At first glance it might seem a little flashy, but honestly, on the wrist the watch looks great and the color is not shocking at all. Next, Casio uses 4 push buttons, which are positioned here at 2, 4, 8 and 10 o'clock. They are larger than on previous G-Shock models. Simply to be used with gloves, since it's a watch that is made and designed to withstand extreme temperatures. The goal is to be able to operate it with gloves. These buttons allow you to change the different display modes and also to configure the different features. It should be noted that there are white inscriptions on both the bezel, which is fixed. These inscriptions help the user with the different features since these watches offer numerous functionalities. And since we don't memorize the manual by heart, it helps to find one's way around. We will also note the 4 small screws that are purely decorative. That's it regarding this bezel. To continue, there is a G-Shock button that allows you to activate the backlight. I will show you. Not sure if it will be visible on camera. It's quite difficult to show you on camera. Very powerful backlight. The entire LCD screen lights up And once again, the button can be activated with gloves. Finally, we find a case back that is screwed on. The case back is secured by 4 screws with the G-Shock Resist logo in the center, and several inscriptions, including the module, the reference number, and the place of manufacture of the watch. This screwed case back ensures the watch is water resistant up to 200 meters, which meets the standards of Casio G-Shock. Before talking to you about the screen and the crystal, the glass, consider subscribing if you haven't done so yet. I've noticed that there are many people who watch the videos but aren't subscribed yet. So don't hesitate to subscribe to the channel, give us a thumbs up, it helps us, and of course, it costs you nothing. Regarding the dial, this G-Shock G7900 features an LCD display, only meaning there are no hands. This screen is unique as it offers multiple display areas. For example, at the top left in the sphere, you will find the moon phases. Below that, next to it, you will have the graph started, above the date and below the main display area. Obviously, these areas change depending on the mode you are in. This screen is unique because it has 3 colors. For the moon phase, there is a brown color. For the tides, blue. And then we have a positive display screen. This means that the LCD display is light and the writings are dark. Very readable. The readability is excellent, as is often the case with Casio, regardless of the mode you select. Thirdly, on the tour, you will find an informational frame that contains certain information regarding the different modes and the different displays. For example, if you set an alarm, you will have a small black dot here. If you have a second alarm, another small dot there, and so on. So, the usability ergonomics is a crucial factor in the success of a watch model, such as this one, which Casio has understood very well. That's why they have maximized the available space on the dial. To make this tool watch very easy to use. To finish with the dial, we can say that a mineral glass protects the screen. It is a mineral glass, scratch resistant, but not anti-reflective. The backlight, I mentioned it a little earlier, is very powerful and allows for excellent readability in the dark. The screen illumination is perfect, and it's hard to criticize the readability in the dark, as this Casio is ultra readable, both day and night. In general, Casio designs and develops its own movements, which they call modules. In this edition, the G-Rescue G7900. Red, the module 3194 is used. It is a movement that withstands low temperatures down to -20 degrees. So truly, a watch made for extreme conditions. It is an electronic movement powered by a CR1325 battery, with a lifespan of about 2 years. Honestly, the lifespan of mine is more around about 4 years, I would say. After all, it's a quality battery. Once again, I always recommend using quality batteries. You're not worried about 2-3 euros, it avoids having to change it every year or every 2 years. With a quality battery, I easily get 4 years with normal use. In the same way as the rest of the G-Shock collection, the Casio G7900 has many features. I will mention some: chronograph, countdown timer, alarm, graph, start, election phase, moon, schedule thread, calendar display, etc., 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 etc. The choice of the 3194 module allows this Casio G-Shock Rescue to be a very complete tool watch, which is still offered at a very attractive price. I remind you, the price is below 100 euros. The strap of the Casio G-Shock G7900 watch is made of resin and is the same red color as the case. The size of the watch does not compromise wearing comfort at all. It is undeniable that Casio has greatly improved the shape of its case so that it fits the wrist perfectly and sits correctly on it. Moreover, 2 specific black extensions grip the wrist perfectly. I will show them to you. You see, these 2 extensions really grip the wrist. You can see they have a non-slip coating. This system was designed to prevent the watch from rotating on the wrist when you wear it. It's quite well thought out. Additionally, it adds comfort, I find. I have several G-Shocks that have this system, that benefit from this system, and it's true that it greatly improves the comfort of the watch. For example, the Casio Mudmaster, which I have already covered in a video, benefits from this system and is actually one of the most comfortable watches from Casio. Feel free to check out the video if you haven't seen it. So, a very interesting system. The color, once on the wrist, isn't that shocking? Damn, there you go. The color, once on the wrist, isn't shocking. You see the red, it actually looks quite good on the wrist, which is a good thing. The watch is original, and despite having quite large dimensions on paper, with a 52mm diameter and 17mm thickness, you don't feel like you have a brick on your wrist. Quite the opposite, and this is mainly due to the weight of just 68 grams, which is quite impressive, I must say. Finally, to close the strap, Casio uses a silver Ardilon buckle, a very simple buckle. It isn't signed, which is missing a little signature. It would have been nice. In any case, it does the job. Nothing to complain about on that front. A small disappointment with Casio, as often, is that it has a specific lug width, making it very difficult to change the strap, or you have to buy adapters that are not easily found and are quite expensive. The Casio G-Shock G7900 watch was officially released in September 2009 and it is still on sale. So Casio has been producing and selling it for over 10 years. It's truly a bestseller, this watch, for many reasons. The price, the comfort, the aesthetics, the case, which is very well crafted, very beautiful. The large buttons, really, for many reasons, it's a bestseller. Regarding the packaging, it's a watch that is traditionally delivered in the metal G-Shock box with the user manual for module 32194, the classic set of Casio G-Shock watches, if you will. Obviously, Casio has been producing this watch for 10 years. As a result, it's easy to find them on the second-hand market. For prices that range between 50 euros and almost, the new price is 100 euros. The Red Fire Rescue model is actually one of the most expensive and hardest to find. It seems to be rarer than the other colors. The black color has no issues, but the red, the Rescue, is much more difficult and complex to find, with some preconceived notions to consider nonetheless. If you decide to purchase a second-hand G-Shock G7900, first of all, it is essential to check the condition of the strap, the condition of the case, and especially the condition of the crystal, the mineral glass. Why? Because the mineral glass scratches quite easily, and the resin of the case tends to discolor, especially for lighter colors. If you choose a white G7900, there is a high chance that the white has discolored, that it has faded a little, yellowed or tarnished. So be cautious about that if you decide to buy a second-hand watch. Well, upon its official release, the Casio G-Rescue G7900 watch announced an evolution in the lines of G-Shock watches. Bigger, more resistant, this watch is still being produced after more than 10 years of existence. It is a true commercial success for the Japanese brand. This G7900 continues to appeal to fans of the brand, and often fans own several colors of this same model. Very comfortable. The red color of the model I am presenting to you today is more aggressive in photos than when worn on the wrist. Honestly, on the wrist, it's a model that looks very, very good. It's a color that is uncommon, quite original, and will be perfect. When engaging in outdoor activities, summer activities, it's a color that is great for summer, for example. For barely 100 euros, this Casio G7900 tool watch is a tool watch that, despite having many features, is easy to handle. To be perfect, it only lacks two things, in my opinion: radio control and solar charging. That's why Casio released an evolution with the reference GW7900, which includes these two new features. So that's my review of this Casio G-Shock G-Rescue G7900 comes to an end. I hope you enjoyed it. Feel free to leave a comment. if you own one, how you find this watch, if you are considering buying one, and why. This will allow for discussion. I also invite you to subscribe to the YouTube channel by clicking the subscribe button below and give a thumbs up if you liked the video. Don't forget to check out our reviews on moonwatch.fr and visit our social media. Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, moonwatch.fr all together, and you will find us. With that, I'll see you soon in the next video. Bye, enthusiasts.